On August 6, 2024, Sergeant Mark Brockhoff and Officer Eric Bauer of the Shenandoah, Texas Police Department responded to a call from a hotel regarding two suspicious individuals who were allegedly looking into vehicles in the parking lot. Videographer James Eldrith was walking nearby as he was waiting to film a video with a music artist staying at another nearby hotel. The officers approached Mr. Eldrith, and the interaction that followed was captured on the officers' body cameras.
Yeah, how you doing? Where are you staying at?
I'm staying in Galveston area.
In Galveston? Yeah. Are you with that guy over there? That guy?
You pulled over?
Yeah. You know that guy? No. No? Well, where are you coming from right now?
I'm coming from trying to do a video shoot.
Trying to do a video shoot? Where at?
Well, we haven't got started yet. We're waiting for the crew to get ready, the musician to wake up.
Are you staying around here?
I'm staying in Galveston. I'm over here trying to...
You're staying in Galveston?
Well, near Galveston, Peakway, exit 45 South. I'm over here trying to get a video to shoot done this morning.
You're what?
Trying to get a video to shoot done this morning.
You have ID on you?
I don't, sir.
You don't?
No, sir. What do you need ID for?
Huh?
What do you need ID
Because
for?
we're investigating something. Well, okay? Put your
has to do with me?
Put your phone on the...
Wait a minute.
No.
I'll set it down.
Hey.
I'm not trying to resist.
I know you're not.
Why are you breaking my phone? I'm not resisting.
Dude, I'm going to give you a pat down.
Okay,
because you're carrying around a stick back here.
Yes, I pulled a stick. I was going to give it as a gift. Look at this guy's been stalking me all night. I've been circling me and circling me. What's the matter?
We can do this the hard way.
You don't got to do no hard way.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
I ain't doing nothing.
Well, we don't know that.
Sidewalk filming.
Okay.
I'm going to take a look at this truck.
So you ain't got any ID on you?
No, sir. My wallet
You're staying in Galveston. Okay.
My wallet was stolen.
Relax.
I'm good.
Okay. I'll tell you what's going on here.
What's going on?
Okay. We got two guys seen trying to get in trucks.
Okay.
So
I got video footage.
Don't know that.
That's why my phone is
That's why we're here.
My phone shows everything I've been doing.
So you're not staying in any hotels here?
I was not too long ago, but right now I'm over here to meet the artist that's supposed to be playing guitar.
How did you get here?
I took an Uber.
You took an Uber all the way from Galveston?
The Peakway exit.
Really? Yeah. Okay. So you don't have any ID. What's your name and date of birth?
Sir, I'd like to plead the fifth on anything that's that's the Fourth Amendment right there.
So right now,
I haven't broken no law.
Right now you're going to be detained, okay, until we figure out what's going on.
That you can do that, but you can't do it illegally. Color law, you're acting against the proper procedures. I ain't done nothing wrong. You can't say that I have.
No.
You take this off.
So I think it. Yeah. We have every right to detain somebody when we're investigating suspicious persons found in suspicious places.
I'm waiting for. I've told you what I'm doing.
Well, it kind of don't make any sense. It kind of don't make any sense because if you're from Galveston, you're not going to take.
Near Galveston.
Okay, it's still. I don't care where you're from. Friendswood. That's like an hour and a half.
I'm taking an Uber.
That's like an hour and a half away.
I'm taking an Uber. I'll tell you straight up.
We're trying to figure that out.
My mom's car got implanted down here, which I was going to be using because my Mercedes was stolen. Okay. We came down here to get out of the impound yard, and it was taken back to a different.
Do you even know where you're at? What county you're in?
In Montgomery.
Montgomery?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right.
Yes, sir.
You're far away from home.
I'm working.
Okay.
What are you doing here? You're working, right? I'm not trying to be smart ass. I'm just saying I'm here waiting.
I'm out here doing my job.
Yes, so am I.
Okay.
My camera right
I don't know that.
You can see it though.
But you're being really evasive.
No, I'm being.
You can't even give me ID.
You have no reason to ask me for it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I do.
What's the reason?
So
I'm walking down a sidewalk.
I'm investigating suspicious person.
My phone. I understand that.
Looking in trucks, possibly breaking into trucks.
Right there, my camera's filming every minute I've been out here. Every minute's right there. Proof. You can look at it. If you don't want to look at it, that's your choice.
Okay.
You're just accusing me for no reason.
No, I'm not accusing you.
It's all proof right there. I'm telling you right now. You got to be detained illegally because I ain't done nothing wrong. I'm telling you my proof. It's on my phone. I got to open up.
Then you ain't got nothing to worry about.
I got nothing to worry about.
Okay, but I'm gonna find out who you are.
Undercover law.
I'm gonna find out who you are. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. You've been watching too many YouTube videos.
I got a good lawyer.
Okay. Well, good. Good. Okay.
And you know what? Every man you holding me up for no reason, you're losing quality.
That's good.
So look at that thing. There's your proof. You want your proof? It's right there.
Eric, I'll be back. I'm going to talk to him. What's his story?
I was trying to get
info from her.
Where's she
Apparently
at?
he was back in the gazebo smoking and then was just happened to be
This
walking
guy?
over here. Yeah, that's according to him, but I think he's
Oh, yeah.
refusing to give his info to Jim.
Oh, yeah. Same with this one over here, his
Okay.
buddy.
Now the lady over in the green or the van.
Where is he saying he's from? Where are you from? From South Houston? This dude's saying he's from like Galveston, like that one.
The lady was saying about 3 minutes ago, whenever I walked up to her, because I was checking these cars, a guy taller, per the description she gave than him, walked by with a black backpack. That's about all she was able to give me.
He's got,
Yeah, I know, he's got one too.
he's got, yeah.
But figured he might have some height on this dude. But from what it sounds like, she didn't get a very good look.
The officers discussed the description of the quote-unquote suspicious persons given by a witness who admitted that she did not get a good look at the suspects, and that she stated that one of the suspects was taller than the other man who had been detained and carrying a black backpack. Notably, this information was provided after Mr. Eldrith was already detained, and according to Mr. Eldrith, the only description provided by the initial caller was that the individuals, quote, looked homeless. As the Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals, which has jurisdiction over Texas, explained in the 2022 case of United States versus Alvarez, in order to justify a Terry stop, a physical description of a suspect must be sufficiently specific and particularized, and a description that could apply to a large number of innocent citizens does not authorize officers to seize any one particular individual. Now, while that court noted that a less specific description can support reasonable suspicion where there is temporal and geographic proximity to recent criminal activity, the initial description provided of two allegedly homeless-looking males was so broad and subjective that it is unlikely that a court would conclude that the officers had the reasonable suspicion necessary to detain Mr. Eldrith, based on the general, imprecise physical description of the suspects and his proximity to the hotel on a public sidewalk. After speaking with the other officers, Officer Bauer goes inside the hotel to ask about reviewing their security camera footage.
Hey,
Hi, how's it going?
did you see two guys trying to get into trucks?
I told you, I didn't see them. I saw them walking by, but the guests reported it to me. The thing is that they were trying to mess with this too. They are in a blind spot.
Which ones?
He said like these cars right here.
Can you review? Can I?
I can't see it because it's a blind spot. However, I
Can-
did see the male that you caught. I saw him like walking around earlier.
Which one? I got two of them, and
The one that
they're saying they don't know what we're talking about. And let me see if we can play it and see if I can get them together.
Right.
Dang. Yeah, I'm only seeing one guy on here.
I can't even help you with the other one. 'Cause
Yeah.
I never saw it. He just said two, so that's why I repeated what he said exactly.
This guy's just walking around. There ain't no telling what he's doing, but
And that's the thing. I don't have it. I was like, I thought it was gonna be a problem because I don't have him on camera actually messing with it. I just have his word. So. But yeah, if you can't arrest them for that, just give it a CTW.
yeah,
I'll be fine with that.
we don't really have anything now.
Yeah, I figured because I don't have the print proof.
Officer Bauer spends the next several minutes thoroughly reviewing the hotel's surveillance footage, and at one point, he readily admits that Mr. Eldrith is not captured anywhere on the video.
The only one that I've seen is not the guy that I got.
After reviewing the surveillance footage for nearly 30 minutes, Officer Bowers eventually leaves the hotel to report his findings to the other officers on the scene.
So, didn't see the actual, Shady. Y'all's guy was over there hanging around that silver Chevy Silverado over there, but it doesn't see him. The doors are locked. But he's walking around the parking lot, and then my guy was over there at the little pavilion probably.
Yeah.
So when y'all pass by, he goes walking. I don't see how Patrick didn't see him.
Yeah, I saw him. I came from here. I was at Orlando.
And so he comes from, I think he hides behind the dumpsters over there. And then he comes across the street and starts walking that way. And then I guess that's when he turns around and comes back this way playing stupid.
My guys from 911 will identify themselves.
Yeah.
I've been searching names and tattoos like crazy on my guy. I can't find nothing. I'm like, that's shady.
APHIS?
But if they want to trespass him,
Yeah, that's what she said.
Okay, well,
but
then
she's
he's
no
gonna-
longer here. And then the other witness, I don't know, he probably left for work.
Well, if they want him trespassing, they're going to have to identify themselves.
Yeah.
So
Oh, yeah.
If you want to start with your guy
Yeah.
down there, get him
Yeah.
and we'll just do my guy.
Yeah.
Can you get a supervisor out here, please? This is taking too long. I'm getting tired of sweating.
The first person you talked to was the supervisor.
Yeah, get him back over here.
I think he's reviewing something in home too.
I don't even know where you're going. Oh, and, yeah.
The hotel.
We sat down at a picnic table. I did.
You did?
Yeah, no, not picnic table, a bench. I was waiting, watching.
Why didn't you just sit at a loft?
Because that guy on the red truck had been like threatening me, pointing at me, said, "Go on, get out of here."
Why didn't you call 911?
I told him I was going to. Look, it's on my phone. I said, "Man, you better get away from me. I'm gonna call the police." He was right here when he did it too. He looked like he was gonna try to hit me.
That's what I was saying.
Open the phone, look, just show you, man. I don't gotta tell you. Look.
I'm just gonna give you. I'm gonna tell you something. Come on, let's think.
Go ahead.
If you're waiting on your guy who's at a loft, why don't you just sit down in front of a
Because
loft?
that guy's causing a scene and breaking out celebrity. You don't do that to him. If I got him kicked out, they wouldn't want to work with me. I'm not going to do that. I'm respectful. I'm ready to go to work. I'm waiting. I was waiting down at the gas station. I'm like, come on, man, I ain't going to be here all day. I was going to walk this way. That guy with the red truck, you seen him, with the broken back window on the right side. I got him on video. He pulled the truck around right here when I was coming this way. He pulled out. I thought he was going to try to hit me, but he slowed down before he got to me. That's on my phone. In fact, I'd like to press charges. Because I don't know if you can consider it attempted murder, but it looks like it from my perspective. If you know something's going on and you think someone's guilty of something, and they're telling you they've been filming for the last couple hours, why don't you want to look at it? That doesn't make sense. That's literally holding me against my will for no reason at all. When you have proof that you got the wrong guy and you don't want to look at it, you're doing that on purpose. You're not looking at it on purpose.
Mr. Eldrith repeatedly tells the officers that he has proof of what he's been doing on his phone because he has been filming the whole time, and the officers refuse to review the footage. In the 2018 case of District of Columbia versus Westby, the Supreme Court held that officers are not required to accept a suspect's innocent explanation at face value, and that they are not required to, as they say, rule out a suspect's innocent explanation for suspicious facts. However, it is important to note that this case involved a probable cause determination where there was sufficient evidence to arrest, and the suspects only provided a verbal explanation of their conduct rather than video evidence. Here, the officers had detained Mr. Eldrith on alleged reasonable suspicion, although as we discussed earlier in this episode, the facts known to the officers likely fell short of what is required to justify a lawful Terry stop. Now, even assuming, for the sake of argument, that the officers had reasonable suspicion when they initially detained Mr. Eldrith, a Terry stop can become unlawful once the reasonable suspicion justifying it dissipates. As the U.S. District Court for the Northern District of Texas explained in the 1988 case of United States versus Price, reasonable suspicion must be evaluated in light of all facts known to the officers, and officers may not disregard information that tends to dispel suspicion, now quoting, in a self-serving attempt to continue an investigatory stop beyond the scope of the momentary detention contemplated by the Terry decision. Similarly, the Supreme Court held in the 1983 case of Florida versus Royer that officers must employ the least intrusive means reasonably available to verify or dispel their suspicions promptly during a Terry stop. The Shenandoah officers' repeated refusal to review Mr. Eldrith's readily offered exculpatory evidence contravenes this standard and suggests that they were not diligently pursuing a quick confirmation of guilt or innocence.
So y'all got a guy down there. How come y'all ain't brought him down here and see if I know him or send a picture to you or whatever? Now the guy was with me kind of looks kind of bummy, but he's just a hand, man. We can't get around. They work a little cheaper than that. That's it.
Well,
I didn't say that.
why was he going that way and you were coming this way?
Because I'm trying to get the guy on the phone and get something done. I told him he could go home now. He guys could go catch you guys and do whatever, go on. And maybe stay on the other side, yeah. I told him go home, man. I don't think this is going to happen today. And I thought, I'm going to call him one more time before the guy gets too far away.
Yeah, they're seen on video.
Yeah, we're sitting on a bench.
Yeah, okay.
No one asked us to leave.
Hold on, listen to him.
Yes, sir.
This is the deal. They don't want you on that property no more,
I understand.
so we're going to issue a criminal trespass.
You have to ask me to
Okay.
leave first. That's the law.
Well,
Criminal trespass comes when they ask you to leave.
that's
No
what
one's
I'm
asking
doing.
me. You can't even ask me to leave.
So this
They
is a
have to do it.
warning.
I
This is a
understand.
warning. So we're gonna need your information because I
No,
need
you
to.
don't.
Okay, well,
Not to ask me to leave.
I'm gonna write
Ask
you
me
a
to
ticket for failed ID.
Yeah,
and
that's
I'm
a
gonna
secondary
put you,
offense.
I'm gonna put
That's
you on
You
a.
can't arrest me for false ID unless you have a
you're
reason
not.
to arrest
You're not
me.
arrested.
Then how you gonna ask
You're
me?
being
How you
detained.
gonna give me a fake
Okay.
ID if
So-
I ain't been arrested?
Because
I
you're
know the law.
refusing to identify yourself. Then you have nothing
I don't
to
have
worry
to
about.
identify myself unless you have placed me under arrest.
I'm not gonna sit here.
Really? Because I'm going to sit here with my lawyer here in a little while.
After falsely claiming that Mr. Eldrith was on the security video, Sergeant Brockhoff informs him that he will cite him for failure to ID, and Mr. Eldrith argues that he's not required to identify himself unless he is arrested. Section 38.02 of the Texas Penal Code makes it an offense for an individual to refuse to give their name, address, or date of birth to a peace officer who has lawfully arrested them, but does not create a requirement that individuals who are merely detained identify themselves. Therefore, Mr. Eldrith is correct in his assertion that in order to commit the offense of failure to identify, the individual must be lawfully arrested.
Okay, well, here's the deal. You know that's private property, right?
They have to ask me to leave. I know all those laws. I know. I told you I was thinking about becoming a...
Technically.
Listen, I just sold
Can I
$1 million piece of property.
Well,
I know the laws of trespassing.
Well,
you
that
have to be
sucks.
asked to leave. No
Can
one's
I-
asked me to leave.
Can I talk?
I left already. I'm already gone from there.
Can I talk?
I'm not on that property. I'm across
You're
the
halfway
street.
right.
That's right. I know I'm right about all of it.
And in order.
And everything on me, I got everything on my phone that shows everything I've been doing. And that's proof.
It wasn't here. Okay.
My phone was, and it's
We got
recording live
people at
right
this
now.
hotel
No one complaining about me.
that seen that guy lifting on court. I've seen both of y'all looking in vehicles.
I
Don't know
guarantee
what
you,
year.
you're wrong, you're lying.
Okay.
They're lying or you're lying. My
So-
proof's right there. Video don't lie. Video don't lie. The only vehicle I looked in was the guy was following me around. I told him to leave me alone.
It's okay. You're real
Leave me alone.
good. You're real good on the law,
I
right?
am good on the law.
You do know
on
what
the law that pertains to me. I don't do anything I know.
Can I
that will give me a
say
trouble.
something?
You know, if you're going to tell me something that I did wrong, I didn't. I know what I did.
Do you know
It's
what
true.
the difference between reasonable suspicion and probable cause?
Probable cause is a reason to stop and talk to me. Reasonable suspicion is a reason to detain me. There's no suspicion. There's no suspicion of mud. I'm walking down the sidewalk, you stop me.
Probable. So back to my first question: probable cause and reasonable suspicion. Do you know the difference?
What's you guys' RAS for stopping me? You think just because someone called, said they see me, y'all see me sitting on a bench? That's all that's on
No.
that video.
Well, here we go. We're gonna do this.
Fantastic.
APHIS.
I'm not doing no fingerprinting. If you do, you're violating my Fourth Amendment. Because I ain't broke no law. You don't need ID for asking somebody to leave. Ask me to leave, I'm already off the property. Don't make me rich. I promise you.
This is a criminal trespass warning. This
Warning.
is what I'm giving you.
Yes, sir.
So if we catch you back on the property,
I don't need to go over there. I'm leaving.
Okay. Well, I'm just telling you.
Okay.
So that's what I'm doing here. But I need your information
No, you
to.
don't.
Well,
Not to ask me to leave. In fact, you can't ask
Then
me to
you
leave.
have
They need
nothing
to tell
to
me
do.
that. I don't want to argue with you.
yeah, you're arguing.
I'm not trying
It
to.
doesn't
I'm
have to
telling
be
you, you
this
have no reason.
difficult.
What's your RAS for stopping me? I'm not even on my property. If they ask me to leave, I can leave.
You were.
I'm already gone from
You
there.
were.
I was, but they don't really ask me to
Come
leave. I'm not fingerprinting. You fingerprint me, I'm going to have you guys. I'm going to have your job. I don't know about your job, but see, you don't pay. You gonna break my fingers? They're pulling on my fingers extremely difficult. They're trying to ID me against my will. Sir, you're working under color law. You're working under color law and you're breaking, you are violating my civil rights.
So if you refuse,
I'm not refusing. You're
you
forcing me
refuse-
against my will.
we're going to be taking you to jail.
Take me to jail. Take me to jail. I refuse. Take me to jail. I refuse. He's trying to break my finger. Trying to break my finger just to get an ID when he don't have no right for an ID. I'm on a public sidewalk. You got no reason to bother me. I'm not doing it, man. You want to break my finger?
Dude.
Go ahead. Well, I'll go to jail.
You're-
My camera's still filming right now.
So is mine.
That's right. You're
So
trying
is
to force
mine.
my finger up.
Okay.
And I'm not doing it.
All right.
You want to take me to jail? Let's go to jail.
Yeah.
Give me baby rich. There ain't no reason for it.
The officers attempt to forcibly fingerprint Mr. Eldrith, and when he refuses to comply, they tell him that they're going to take him to jail. In the 1985 case of Hayes versus Florida, the Supreme Court noted that the Fourth Amendment could permit fingerprinting during a Terry stop, but only in situations where there was reasonable suspicion that the suspect has committed a crime, there was a reasonable basis for believing that fingerprinting would establish or negate the suspect's connection with that crime, and the procedure was carried out promptly on the scene. Here, as we discussed discussed earlier in this episode, it is unlikely that the officers had reasonable suspicion to detain Mr. Eldrith, and there was no reasonable basis to believe that learning his identity through compelled fingerprinting would have had any bearing on his connection with any potential criminal activity. As such, it is likely that a court would conclude that the officers' attempts to forcibly obtain Mr. Eldrith's fingerprints violated the Fourth Amendment.
You don't know the law, you're going to call your supervisor. If you don't know, well then why don't you know what you're doing?
They have the right to refuse service to anybody, right?
I'm not
Listen
there anymore,
to me.
sir.
But if they don't want you to come back,
I'm not coming back.
Listen
and that's
to
the only
me.
way you can do
They
it.
don't want you to come
I'm not
back.
going back.
How are we supposed to know who you are if you show back up?
Well, yes.
They don't want you to come
They got
back.
me on video again, wouldn't they?
So that's
how
why
they
we
prove
need
it.
your information.
You don't need my information. You're violating my Fourth Amendment right. Why would you want to do that? Why would you want to violate my Fourth Amendment right? No one's even
explained to you.
Failure to ID can only happen once someone's under arrest. You got no reason to arrest me. You know the law. You work as a police officer.
Just like I explained to you.
Yes, sir. To do what?
To stop and identify.
It's not stopping at 3802. Come on, man.
We had a call. I'm
Yes.
not going to argue with you.
You don't have to.
You got
But you
an
know
attorney, so
what? I do have an attorney.
you ain't got nothing to worry about.
There's no reason for this, sir.
Exactly.
You know the
We can
law.
go on
You
and
have to
listen.
ask you to leave. I'm not there anymore.
I need to know
They can't ask me
that
no
you're
more. I'm not there.
wanted for murder.
I'm not wanted for
Okay,
murder.
well, how do we
Well,
know
why
that?
would you want to know
I'm gonna
that?
take
What
your
if I
word.
was wanted for murder?
Somebody
You have
that-
no right to ask me anyway.
Well, usually
What if that guy's
somebody
wanted for
that
murder?
identify
What if that guy was
themselves
wanted for
has something
murder?
to hide.
Really? I'm protecting my Fourth Amendment right because you guys are detaining me against my will. If you arrest me, then I'll ID myself. Under threat of arrest, I will ID myself. Is it too late?
Hey,
All right.
I tried.
So I'm under arrest for what?
I tried.
What am I under arrest for?
Identify
You can't arrest somebody for failure to identify. You can't.
Hey, you
That's
don't
a
have
secondary
anything to worry
offense.
about.
How are you going to arrest somebody
Okay.
for a failure to identify when you got no reason to arrest them?
We
Yes,
could have
sir.
been on our way.
Yes, you could have.
Okay.
Before you get put me in.
Checked y'all out. Make sure you're not wanted.
I'm not
Make
wanted.
sure you're not breaking into cars. That's why we're here.
Really? If you wanted to
Okay.
make sure I wasn't doing any of that stuff, why don't
No.
you look at my phone? It's right there. I'm telling you, guys, you have my permission. Why don't you?
You
look
won't
at it?
give me
You don't
any
want it.
ID.
You don't want to know the truth. You won't look
You won't
on there.
give me any ID,
You
but you'll
are
let me look through
purposely
your phone.
holding me. I told you, you can see
So-
what I'm doing. The film's constantly here. It's here.
You see your buddy? Where's he at?
I
Is he
don't
in
care where
handcuffs?
he's at.
No.
I want to go to
No,
jail.
'cause he
You're
did
gonna
what
make
he's
me
supposed to
rich.
do.
I'm ready to go. Let's go.
Okay.
Hey, it's Bauer, Shenandoah. All right. So we get a call at Home 2 Suites at around 6:15 this morning. Person's watching a security video of the parking lot, and they're seeing two males walking through the parking lot, looking into vehicles and pulling on truck door handles. They lose them on video. We show up. We find one of the males walking south on David Memorial, the other one walking north at Crown Plaza. We stop both of them, start talking to them. Stories don't match up. This guy's saying he's waiting on someone in a loft for a job this morning, but he can't give me a name. Said he's been here for like 2 hours waiting. And we're trying to get his information and get him to identify who he was, but he won't give up anything. Like, he won't give us a name, date of birth, or nothing. He's playing the whole, this is my Fourth Amendment, you don't have a right to detain me, you don't have a right to ask me who I am, that kind of deal. So can I arrest him for failure to ID since it's a reasonable suspicion, like he matches the person on video pulling? Okay. Thank you. Here's the deal, man. That was the DA's office. Since you're refusing to identify yourself,
I have to be arrested first.
No.
Yes, I do.
Listen,
You can
lawyer,
ask me, I don't
district
care.
attorney. Can I?
Yes, sir.
Be quiet for 30 seconds.
Yes, sir.
We're going to Conroe. They're going to fingerprint you because I
Great,
have reason
let's
to.
go.
I have reason to believe that you may be wanted. So if we get, listen to me.
My ID, see, I ain't broke no laws. I mean, my ID. Look at my phone. You can see what I've been doing.
Anyways, we're going to Conroe. They're going to fingerprint you.
Great, let's
if
go.
it shows you have a warrant, you're going to be booked in on the warrant and failed ID. But lo
I'm
and
not failing
behold,
the ID.
listen to me.
Yes, sir.
Listen to me.
Please
We're
wipe
going
the
to
sweat off my
Conroe.
face.
No, I don't care. We ain't that close.
Come
We're
on,
going to Conroe. We're going to Conroe.
Right.
They're going to fingerprint you. If you come back with a warrant, going to jail. If you don't, I'm just going to
Then
leave
I
you.
won't see you.
I'm going to leave you in Conroe, and you can get back to Galveston.
I'm going to see you because you got no arrest.
All right. Come on, let's go.
Am I under arrest? Am I under arrest?
You are detained because
I'm not detained.
can you listen to me?
There's no
Listen to me.
reason to detain me. You've already-
I'm gonna read you this right here, okay? Okay. Per AD. Nope, listen. Per Assistant District Attorney, white male subject will not identify. I have reason to listen to me. I have reason to believe subject is withholding his identity due to possibly being wanted. We'll be transporting subject to mail booking for mail to be fingerprinted.
Yeah, I don't care what he must be new or he doesn't know what he is.
But now we're gonna wait on EMS. Cool.
I'm under arrest, obviously. If you don't let me go, I'm under arrest.
Officer Bauer claims that Mr. Eldrith is only detained and not under arrest, and that he is being transported to the jail to be fingerprinted because the officers believe that he is withholding his identity due to a warrant for his arrest. In the Hayes versus Florida case that we discussed earlier in this episode, the Supreme Court held that the Fourth Amendment prohibits police officers from transporting a suspect to the station for fingerprinting when there is no probable cause to arrest, no consent to the journey to the police station, and no prior judicial authorization for detaining the suspect. The court determined that such an extended detention was functionally equivalent to an arrest, and therefore required the officers to have probable cause. Because the officers did not have probable cause to arrest Mr. Eldrith for any offense, it is likely that a court would conclude that transporting him to the police station against his will for fingerprinting constituted an unlawful so-called de facto arrest that violated the Fourth Amendment.
I just read to you what the statute says, sir.
No, that's what your DA said.
Because he read the statute.
The statute's 3002. You do not have to.
You do know there's a bunch of paragraphs underneath it, right?
3002 says.
What's it say?
If you're not lawfully under arrest, a civilian does not need to provide the Fourth Amendment of Texas. You can't go over federal law.
After being transported to the jail, Mr. Eldrith was eventually released once the officers determined that there were no warrants for his arrest and no legal reason to continue to hold him. However, instead of returning Mr. Eldrith to the location where he was arrested, Officer Bauer drove him 2 blocks away from the jail and let him out there. Mr. Eldrith is interested in pursuing a civil rights lawsuit, and he started a GoFundMe campaign to help him hire a civil rights attorney, which will be linked down below. Overall, Sergeant Brockhoft and Officer Bauer get an F for initiating an unlawful detention without reasonable suspicion, demonstrating a fundamental misunderstanding of both Texas law and the Constitution, and for manipulating the facts of the interaction to justify their conduct. The officers detained Mr. Eldrith based on a vague, secondhand description that amounted to nothing more than, quote, 2 men who looked homeless, which is an inherently subjective characterization that doesn't meet the legal standard for a Terry stop. After detaining Mr. Eldrith, they ignored his offer to show video proof of his activities multiple times, and instead pressed forward with a fishing expedition to validate a theory that they had already decided was true. The officers then went on to falsely claim Mr. Eldrith was on security footage, threaten him with arrest for failure to identify, and attempt to forcibly fingerprint him without a lawful basis. As mentioned earlier, a citizen can only be charged with failure to identify in Texas if they are under lawful arrest, and the Shenandoah officers did not possess the probable cause necessary to arrest Mr. Eldrith. Interestingly, the Shenandoah PD website specifically states in an article posted on February 9th, 2024, several months before this interaction occurred, that citizens have no duty to identify themselves to police officers when they're being detained. The officers ultimately transported Mr. Eldrith to jail, which under Hayes versus Florida qualifies as a de facto arrest requiring probable cause, which, again, the officers did not have. After confirming that Mr. Eldrith had no warrants and had committed no crime, the officers refused to return him to the location where they had detained him. Instead, they dropped him off 2 blocks from the jail. That decision serves no legal purpose and reads as petty retaliation for asserting his rights. This interaction highlights how poor judgment, unchecked authority, and a disregard for legal standards can quickly escalate a baseless encounter into a blatant constitutional violation. Mr. Eldrith gets an A, because although he may have benefited from exercising his right to silence, he demonstrated a relatively strong understanding of his constitutional rights, made a legitimate effort to dispel the suspicion of the officers, and maintained a calm and collected demeanor throughout the interaction. Throughout the encounter, Mr. Eldrith displayed a clearer understanding of Texas identification law than the officers who detained him. He correctly stated that failure to identify only applies when a person is under lawful arrest, and he refused to be intimidated into providing information that he was not legally required to give. His calm demeanor and repeated offers to show video footage of his activities show that he was not not trying to obstruct the investigation, but rather was actively attempting to clear up the situation. Despite being detained without legal cause, threatened with arrest, and ultimately transported to jail, Mr. Eldrith did not resist or escalate the situation. He stood firm, kept his communication respectful, and remained focused on protecting his rights. After the incident, he began raising awareness about what happened, requested the body camera footage, and is actively seeking legal representation to pursue a civil rights claim. I commend Mr. Eldrith for maintaining the delicate balance of exercising your rights while also complying with officer commands, and for his willingness to challenge the officer's conduct through the proper legal channels. Let us know if there is an interaction or legal topic that you would like us to discuss in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to check out my second channel for even more police interaction content.